What is going on, my dudes? We are back here today with the newest champion added to Mcoc. We have Valkyrie. Now, Valkyrie is really freaking cool, man. She has a lot of very unique and interesting stuff going on. You guys know me. I'm a really big fan of like the hit into block gameplay. Spidey 2099, one of my favorite champs in the entire game. I just recently ranked up Mcoc. I thought Hulkling was pretty cool. I really enjoy the hit into block playstyle. Like, she's kind of like Mcoc mixed with like a little bit of Squirrel Girl with like her combo manipulation in the way, but she's really cool. She has a lot of text, and as always, you guys know, I'm gonna just tell you everything that you need to know so we don't have to read all of this stuff, man. So basically, Valkyrie inverts her combo meter when she does a light ending combo, and then she puts it back the right way when she does a medium ending combo. So what you kind of want to do is like break over a combo meter of 10 consistently, right? If you go above 10, so if you go to 11, 21, 31, 41, you're going to get a pierce buff. If you go below 10, 9, 19, 29, 39, and so on, you're going to get a bulwark buff, okay? So you can have 3 of these each, 3 pierce and 3 bulwark. Now, when you do a heavy attack, you're going to place an intimidate debuff pretty much just like Hulkling. It's kind of like the same thing. Now, this intimidate debuff is going to be longer depending on how many buffs that you have. That's why you ideally want to have 3 pierce and 3 bulwark before you go into your big damage SP2 rotation, okay? Now, I told you, like, she has a lot of stuff going on with her combo meter, right? It's like when you cross certain barriers, you gain different things, and when you do certain inputs, you reverse it and you bring it back. If you do the special one, you are going to gain double the combo meter, which is really cool, okay? So you're going to gain 2 per hit. Now, also, I'm not even sure if I mentioned this, but when you hit into the block, you gain 1.10% of her max power, and also you gain 1 on your combo meter. So you can toss that special one directly into the block if you want to, because on activation, you grant 3 dormant evade charges, and when you hit the opponent's block with the combo ender or the final hit of a special attack, it activates one of those charges, and it's super duper safe, all right? So the special 2 on activation, you gain a Fury passive lasting 13 seconds and granting a decent amount of attack for each active Pierce and Bulwark effect, okay? Hits into the opponent's block, gain double this attack rating increase. So while this Fury is active, Valkyrie's Pierce and Bulwark effects are paused, okay? So as you can see here, you gain more attack for the amount of buffs or the amount of effects, right? Because if you gain over 3 of the Pierce or the Bulwark, it's going to turn into a passive, right? So you want as much as you possibly get. That way you can get as much attack rating as you can possibly get. And with the Intimidate, right, lasting 1.2 seconds for each buff consumed. So she has a lot going on. It's interesting, right? But at the end of the day, it's kind of simple. It's like your goal is to get that beefy special 2, and the heavy attack helps you. But the main currency is those 2 buffs that you get by doing those 2 different things, right? So that's the thing. When you have a complicated champion like this, what's the end goal? The end goal is beefy special 2 into beefy Fury that's going to do some damage, all right? So we'll talk about her utility after this. How about that, okay? Let's talk about like a nice rotation. Now, are you sitting down for this? I hope you're sitting down for this, man, because it's a little something here, okay? Like I said, she's a little complicated, but what I like to do, this is like optimal rotation. Like, you don't always have to be this optimal, but if you're going up against, like, you know, a nodeless opponent, this is what you want to do. You want to build to about a 6 or 7 combo, then do a light ending combo to reverse the combo at 11, okay? Then you're going to do medium, light, medium, or medium, medium ending combo to reverse again under 9, okay? So you reverse the combo above 10, you reverse again under 9. Now, you repeat this 1 time, so you go, and you repeat it. So you have 2 of each buff, okay? Now, you're going to do a special 1 under 10 combo. So you're going to gain, or let's say you're at 8 or 9. Use a special 1, you're going to get to 18 or 19, okay? Now, you're going to repeat steps 2 through 4 using 20 instead of 10. So you're going to get to 21, you're going to reverse it, get to 19. At this point, when you're at 2 bars of power, okay, and you have at least 3 buffs each, you can have some passives as well, you're going to use a heavy attack and convert your 6 buffs into 6 passives. Now, you're going to use a special 2 into the block and combo into the block. How about I show it to you? Because holy moly, ain't that just confusing. So, we'll go up against our buddy Winter Soldier, then we'll go up against our buddy Deadpool, alright? And it's going to be super duper fun the entire time. So, like I said, we're going to go like super duper optimal here, okay? So, what I like to do initially is go light, dash back, go back in. So, I can do a full 5-hit combo, so I'm at 6. Now, I could just do a 5-hit combo, ending with a light attack, I'm at 11. See, there's my Pierce buff, okay? Now, at this point, I'm trying to bait out special attacks. I'm going to go medium. I have my other buff. Now I'm going to do a 4-hit combo. I'm at 13, right? So I'm baiting out a special attack from this guy once more. He's being a little stingy as per usual. We're going to go 4-hit combo here, right, to get to 9. Special 1 up to 19. We have 3 Pierce, 2 Bulwark. See, we're already built up all the way. All right, now we're getting a Pierce passive. Cool. That's going to fall off by the time we can use it. But now we have our 6 buffs. Now, there are many ways you can do this. This is my favorite, easiest way, right? That's how I like to do it. At this point, heavy attack, special 2. Look at those numbers. Beautiful stuff. We're going to go right in. Watch this. Ready? Boom. Dormant evade charge, so if he would have attacked us, it would have been super safe. We are now down below 50% health on the Winter Soldier, which is really solid damage from a 6-star rank 3 champion in about 60 seconds without any suicides on, okay? So if we're looking at like, Alliance War health pools, if we're looking at Battleground health pools, boom, they're done, right? And it's a very effective way. It's an interesting playstyle, right? It's like you're really not doing much. You're just like doing combos. You're doing combos, special 1, special 2. It looks a lot more complicated than it actually is. Now at this point, what I'm doing again is I have my 6 buffs again. I'm at my special 2, right? What am I gonna do? I'm gonna go for it again. Boom, heavy attack. Special 2. And look at that, man. He came in a little bit. Oh, he was being a little aggressive there. And Winter Soldier is just dead. Very, very effective. Very unique and cool playstyle, man. And I'm sure you're wondering, like, yo, Mike, I gotta know, dude. How does she work against our buddy Deadpool in 6.4.1? You gotta show us. All right, I'll show it to you since you're asking so nicely. I don't mind showing it to you. You guys know me. I'm always here to help you. So here we go. We got Deadpool going on. Right now, this is 160,000 health, right? So this is about like a nice solid Battlegrounds or late path Alliance War Defender health pool, or like any kind of side quest or Cavalier event quest. And hey, man, this is like Act 6 health pools now. Ever since the Act 6 nerf, this is what Act 6 is. Okay, so yeah. Here we go. We're going to go pretty much for the same exact rotation. This is just what I find to be the most efficient rotation. That one little passive Pierce, unfortunately, does go away by the time I get to use it, but that's like totally fine. But I find that by the time I get to around 2 bars of power, sometimes I'm able to take advantage of a 4th Pierce passive, but I'm not too concerned with that. I really just want the full duration on the Intimidate, right? That's what I'm really looking for, about that full duration from the 6 buffs, and I also want as many passes as I could possibly get, as many effects as I could possibly get. So here I have 7 total, right? Very solid damage, and he's basically dead from the special 2. Now, one thing I did forget to mention specifically is that when striking into the block with 3 or more active Pierce buffs, or I guess effects, right? Yeah, just effects, so buffs or passives, you're going to be doing a lot of direct bleed damage. Now, this definitely does suffer a bit against bleed immune champions, where a lot of her damage comes from, but as you saw in that Deadpool fight, when we're going for like the special 2, right? Let's look at the damage through the block here. It's very, very solid, okay? So heavy attack, boom, intimidate, 16,000 on the first hit, plus 3,500, okay? For the direct bleed damage, not bad. Same thing there, 16,000, 3,500. Same thing there, 16,000, 3,500. Each hit is essentially doing 20k. So 20, 40, 60, 80. That's 100k special 2, okay? 100k special 2, that's pretty consistent. We have class disadvantage, rank 3, no suicides, 60 seconds into the fight. It's not bad at all. She doesn't have the big yellow numbers, so people are going to be like, oh my god, she's bad. She's not bad. The damage is solid. It's very easy to access, to be entirely honest. You don't have to go for that optimal playstyle, that optimal rotation. You can just like build up. Listen, dude, you could build up to 31, reverse it, build down to 1. And then you got your 6 buffs. You'll probably be at a special 3 at that point, or you chain special 1s in the meantime. I don't know. It's going to help you build up. That's the thing. The special 1 is there to help you build if you can't, like, consistently switch and stuff, So, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a very unique playstyle, and I definitely enjoy when they switch things up a little bit. Now, let's talk about some utility that she has, man. So her Sig ability is really, really good. So Valkyrie has at least one Pierce effect at Sig 200, okay? This is not as strong as a lower Sig. I don't know the exact numbers, but you can go onto Aunt May and check out, like, Sig 20, 40, 60, 80, and see, like, what, how many you need. So while Valkyrie has at least one Pierce effect rounded up, unstoppable opponents react to hits as though they weren't. Let's take a look at that one, and then we're going to look at the other one. So, one thing I like to look at with champions, new champions, is like, oh, we have a skill champion here. How effectively is she going to counter some, like, annoying science champions? And I'm thinking, the thing. He's annoying. When you think of unstoppable champions, who do you really think of? You think of this giant pile of rocks, man. Now, Thing is not the only champion who goes unstoppable. There is a Juggernaut. There is Unstoppable Colossus. There, Korg, when you hit his block, he goes unstoppable, right? Check it out. All you have to do is get to a combo of 11, and that's it. That's really it. Now for the rest of this fight, this is Abyss Things. It's 3.3 million health. We're obviously not going to make much of a dent in this guy. I mean, she can be an Abyss champion because she has that Pierce that's going to negate the Unstoppable at the end, right? And I believe MSD is going to post like 1 billion Abyss solos, right? But with Things specifically, we're missing out on that passive bleed damage, but that's cool. Look, here's the thing, right? She could definitely be useful in Abyss. No doubt about it, actually. And she's not a traditional Abyss champion, is what I should have said there, right? Because she's not like, your typical boring parry-heavy champion in Abyss, which could be a good thing. But as you can see, for fighting the Thing and other champions that go unstoppable, very effective with that Sig ability. That's at Sig 200, but it's a very good Sig ability. And that's, of course, going to be for nodes, too. So any nodes where champions go unstoppable, boom, done. Forget about it, right? So, while Valkyrie has at least one Bulwark effect, active rounded up, she is immune to stun debuffs, not stun effects, debuffs. So passive stuns are a no-go, but stun debuffs. Also, we're going to look at another thing here. When afflicted by a non-damaging debuff, Valkyrie's Conviction gives her up to 90% chance to purify it, scaling with her block proficiency. That's actually very powerful, man. So up to 90%, and of course the Bulwarks are going to increase your block proficiency. So we're going to look here at 7.2. It's going to be Encroaching Stun, and the node, whenever you dash back twice under pressure, you're going to get a Disorient, okay? So what we're going to do here is we are going to essentially get that Bulwark effect, and we are going to build up our block proficiency a little bit, and we're going to test out over and over, dashing back, seeing if any of those Disorient debuffs stick on us, or if we get stunned, okay? So let's see how nice this effect really is. So here, boom, there's our Bulwark. From this point out, we are essentially immune to stun debuffs, which is nice. So now let's test out, look, Disorient, gone. Disorient, gone. Disorient, gone. 3 in a row. That's really solid, man. That's really solid, especially because, that's an annoying thing right there. I'm thinking of the Disorient. I mean, it's an annoying debuff that just, you can't parry. I'm thinking of node 26 in Alliance Force specifically, where there's, first of all, what is it? It's what's the actual node? Stun Reflection, right? For stun shield for 12 seconds. And so you can't stun them for 12 seconds or else you'll get stunned. And then when you parry or you block, you get a Disorient on you. And I'm pretty sure it's a Disorient debuff. So she's going to be immune to that stun debuff, and she's also going to purify that Disorient. She's going to be really solid for node 26, which is one of the hardest fights in all of Alliance Force, which I think is really cool. I like when new champions come out, and I can just instantly be like, boom, she's going to be really good for this thing that people do very, very often. So yeah, this was, I went in, and for like 60 seconds, I was kind of like just jumping around and doing the debuffs. I'm sure you guys probably want to see the fight. So here's actually doing the fight. There's also Foresight here. Also important to keep in mind, there is also True Strike. So we can't really do the whole, hit into the block and evade thing here. So yeah, True Strike is going to mess with that a little bit, but the passive evade is really solid, man. I'm not even sure if I showed that off much here because, the what's it called? The heavy attack debuff not infuriate, the opposite of the infuriate, intimidate, that it does a really solid job of making them not hit into you after to hit the block, which is nice. But yeah, it's a solid, nice, safety net. You get 3 of them too after the special one, which is great. So yeah, obviously, Cosmic Ghost Rider is going to be bleed immune, so we're not going to get that passive damage, but you're going to see it's totally okay. So I want to get the Foresight Fury, because that's going to be like, super fun. So I'm trying to get that off this guy. Boom, there we go. There's the Fury. We're going to go for the heavy attack here. Nice, right? We're going to also heavy assault too. Yeah, look at that. Oh man, we got the low battery boost as well. All right, and we're gonna go in here. The intimidate debuff is on. Bam, he went in for a little bit, but yeah, good stuff, man. Solid damage. And now he's being a little bit more aggressive, but that's okay. We're gonna go for the special one. We have our passive fury. As you can see, her damage is like okay, even when you're not hitting the block, man. So yeah, she's definitely very, very solid. As I've said a few times now, she has a very unique playstyle. I definitely appreciate when champions come out and they bring something new to the table. I think it's really, really cool. The whole, the swinging of the combo meter, I think is very, very, very cool. It's very cool. Also, stun immunity is always useful. The unstoppable negation, always useful. Very, very good. The non-damaging debuff purification, very, very solid. Damage is very decent, not like top tier damage dealer, but good enough in my opinion, where she's going to be like solid for war and also battlegrounds type health pools. But also she got through Winter Soldier in about 90 to 100 seconds, which is not too bad. And also there were no suicides in this video, so the damage is definitely pretty solid for no suicides as well. So yeah, Valkyrie, newest champion MCOC. I definitely dig her. I think she's really cool. Man, she's not going to be hitting the featured pool for a very long time. She's going to be in the next featured crystal. So the new one is coming out in like about a week, give or take, at the date of upload. You might be watching this in 5 months when she hits the featured crystal, and then what I'm saying right now doesn't matter. But yeah, at the time of release, man, she's not going to be available to me or many other people for a very, very long time, unless you buy Cavalier crystals, which I do not do, or whether you do Arena, which I'm not intending to do anytime in the near future for a featured 6-star. But I do think she's very fun, and I think after I do my first initial big opening for this next featured, I might start saving for the next one, because the next pool is looking pretty cool, man, already. So, we're already halfway through. And yeah, that's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed this quick little breakdown on Valkyrie, showing you a bit what you can do, showing you some optimal rotations, a little bit of utility as well. If you did enjoy it, drop a big old like. Let me know what you think about Valkyrie in the comment section below. Are you excited for her? You think she's cool? Let me know. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any other future champion breakdowns just like this coming to you next month, I guess, right? Yeah, I'll be seeing you around.